And so based on everything we just learned about the brain preferring glucose and the red blood cells completely relying on glucose to generate ATP, you might say, okay, then yeah, we need some amount of carbohydrates in our diet in order to fuel the brain and the red blood cells. But that's still not technically true. Your body has the ability to create its own glucose from other substances. The liver, for example, can convert fats and proteins into glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis. Even the kidneys are capable of gluconeogenesis. And from a survival standpoint, this makes perfect sense. If a human being goes without food for an extended period of time, and therefore no carbohydrates, or if a human gets very small and limited amounts of carbohydrates, such as certain populations of people that historically lived in very cold climates and could only mostly rely on eating meats, the body needed a fail-safe mechanism to create enough carbohydrates for the cells that needed them, like those red blood cells and even the brain to a certain extent. And gluconeogenesis can make about 180 to 220 grams of glucose per day. And this is enough to meet the baseline glucose needs for the body. And so this finally does answer one of our questions. You can technically live without eating any carbohydrates. But is this ideal? Especially if we aren't just talking about survival here, and say someone wants to thrive or even exercise and expend much more energy.